go back to your same question that I've been asked so many times. Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I have said forever, and I've tried to stay as consistent as I can, Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa belong in the Hall of Fame. They did technically nothing wrong at the time. Everything they did was technically legal under the rules of the MLB at that time. Now, if you look now, A-Rod, Robinson Cano, Ryan Braun, Nelson Cruz, he's not going to make them, but just 0% chance. They're out. They're done. You have lost your opportunity. Roger Clemens.
One thing. So I've read the mission statement for the Hall of Fame because I thought it was interesting. It says the Hall of Fame's mission is to preserve the sport's history, honor excellence within the game, and make a connection between the generations of people who enjoy baseball. So it's very interesting because if you look at sports history and connection, those are the words that I think pop out, and excellence.
Yeah, excellence. That's what I was thinking.
It's so vague because there's also there's an article, or I don't know if it's called an article, but basically there's like a way to get into the Hall of Fame. Like you have to meet these certain things. There's a character clause, but the character clause does not say whether or not, like, it's up to the voters. There's nothing that's not allowing them into the Hall of Fame. Like, I'm gonna say legally, that's not the right word, but the writers are what's not allowing them into
and
it.
that there's always going to be someone who's just going to look at it and go, A-Rod's stats were so good, who cares? And I think that it does. I think it does tarnish the game because you do look at it and go,
hey, but you can't change it.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, I get it, but he cheated, and A-Rod was caught twice.
I know for sure once because it was huge with the Balco.
Yeah, and I think he got it again,
but
later in his career.
May have with the Rangers, and then it was the
Yankees.
The Yankees, that was the big one.
Yeah,
that was the big one.
And I don't know. I look at it and I just go, there is a rule in place, one, for your own health, and two, because it preserves the game to an extent.
Yeah. I think integrity is kind of where I would.
And so to me, again, I've tried to stay consistent. The people back in the 80s and 90s or whatever, it was legal, not like legal, but it was not
against
the rules to enhance yourself one way or another. So be it. That was then that's what's interesting because it says the sports history. That was the history at the time. So Robinson Cano, he knew it was illegal. Yeah. He knew what he was doing. Ryan Braun, you can tell in Ryan Braun's interview when he's like crying. He's like, I'm so sorry. They knew it was illegal. And I think the hardest thing is because you see players, maybe like A-Rod, Ryan Braun, Robinson Cano are good examples. You see them start to do this in their career.
Yeah.
And when you get from MVP status and you start doing this, you're like, I can't do that.
I don't know if this is true or not, but with Cano specifically, I feel like he didn't use until he left the Mariners. Because if you look at his career, like, he was good.
Yeah.
I think he started to use when he was on the Mets. At least, like I said, I don't know.
Like maybe towards the end of the
Mariners. That's when he wasn't doing well, and he needed that boost.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I said, could be wrong.
I agree with you, and I think you can see.
But,
you can see trends like that. So anyway,
I had a couple interesting questions though that I was looking at it. So I looked at this from a different perspective. So what I looked at is, this is a long time ago, so it's hard to know if it really equates to what we're dealing with now.
Sure.
But in like the 20s and 30s, there was a thing called the spitballer. And so technically before then it wasn't illegal. So they used it, whatever, just changed. It's like sticky substances.
Yeah.
Like that. Move the ball, fine. Yeah. But they outlawed it, and then people still use it, and those guys are actually in the Hall of Fame now. So people that have actually cheated are in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. I think that's an issue in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah. And then another thing, which I know we're both going to agree on, is the Astros. The Astros are proven cheaters.
Oh, yeah. The Astros
and they've been given a ring.
Lose their ring.
So
that year should just be a DNF forever.
So that's what I'm saying. If those two instances allow proven cheaters in the Hall of Fame, what's the difference?
Then why not cheat?
Then now. So that's
you're
what's
going to
hard
reward
for me.
cheaters for cheating.
Yeah.
Who cares? I agree with that 100% because, I agree with that. That's a very good point.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I thought was interesting.
And the thing is, I think with a lot of sports and commissioners and whatever, because I know we don't like Roger Goodell, we don't like Robert Manfred, which I know he's retiring after 25 or something.
Thank goodness.
People mostly like honestly David Stern and I can't think of his name for the NBA right now. I can picture him, Adam Silver.
Mm-hmm.
People like them. they seem to do a pretty good job of trying to grow the sport. They've done a great job. David Stern
Yeah.
was probably one of the best commissioners. He was kind of a weirdo, but one of the best commissioners there. But a lot of these guys just want to stay politically correct in hindsight, to where it's, we don't want to cancel our White House visit. We don't want to cancel, we don't want to make all these fans mad. We don't want to, make players upset. We don't want to, we want everyone to be so happy and love our sport. And I go, people would love your sport if you had rules and you set the rules and you followed the rules. That is what, to me at least, maybe that's just me being like an athlete and wanting to, set a line. This is where everyone has to play to. And if someone goes past it, now you go back here. And like, to me, I thought a fair punishment was for the Astros. This is what I say, because I think they got $5 million.
It was nothing.
Their GM,
AJ Hinch took the biggest.
It was their GM and manager got both suspended for the year,
but the players got nothing.
Nothing.
Well, Beltran kind of did, because he had the job with the Mets and
Red Sox. Was it?
No, he had the job with the Mets. And then he did was hired.
It was the other guy it was Cora. Alex Cora was the Red Sox manager. He
stepped down, but he's still the manager now.
Yeah,
I can't remember if that's what happened.
But I thought it would, to me, what I would have said because again, you have to show you don't want to kill a team. You don't want to be $20 billion. Good luck.
Yeah.
But hey, $10 million to the MLB, and that should get dispersed equally to the rest of the teams, like most everything does in baseball leagues. You should get stripped of the ring. The ring should go away. It's like I said, I don't know what you call it. It's not the Mets or whoever they played, the Dodgers, whoever. They don't get it. They didn't win it, but it's a DNF. It's just gone. It's a whatever. It's like there was some year that did something like, I can't remember what it was.
Well, COVID probably happened, or strikes that's happened before.
Yeah. And then I said that all of the players who were proven to participate, so like Altuve, Bregman, Correa, I think was a part of it.
I'm trying to think of that team.
Maldonado.
Yeah.
Whatever. All the people, even the pitchers, if they knew, if they went on the road and they still got base hits, all should have been suspended for a year.
Yeah.
Because to me, then you look at that and go, the Astros are at least ruined for a year. That whole team, that is going to be the worst team in baseball. And then I also said they should lose 10 draft picks. You just hammer them and go, okay, are the Mariners going to try to cheat and do this? No, it's not worth. If we can get away with it and win a ring, sick. We want a ring. Oh, now it's all stripped and we lost everything.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it. And I know that could be harsh, and I know it's a division rival and whatever, but I just was like, you need to, if it was right now, if someone got caught with steroids, like this kid, 80 games is, for some of these guys, is nothing.
No.
80 games, I'll just go back and vacation for the year. I've already made, half his salary is still $400,000 right it is. So it's he's still making great money for the year.
Yeah.
He'll go back home, do his thing, whatever. But it's if you get caught once, you should be suspended for 5 years. Or in soccer, there's a guy right now, Paul Pogba, who got in trouble with doping, is what they call it out there. So same type of thing. He is banned from soccer for 5 years. You think anyone else is going to do that?
No.
5 years is a whole career.
You're not going to play again.
No.
Yeah.
And so, it's that type of situation where, you go after, and then you have then you can go back and go, you do that, you slap A-Rod on the wrist, 60 games, 20 games, where then you have Trevor Bauer. Proven innocent. Yeah. Gone forever. It's such an interesting dilemma that they put themselves in with that.
Yeah. I have a couple other things I was curious about.
Sure.
So, to your knowledge, was Barry Bonds actually suspended? I have the answer. I'm just curious what you think.
I would say no, but
he wasn't.
Yeah, okay, I didn't think so.
See, that's what I find so interesting. So
he was going through court or whatever, though. But I think his whole thing was afterwards.
It kind of was. But that's funny because Ortiz and Bonds both tested positive, but were never suspended.
Ortiz tested positive too. Mm-hmm. That doesn't surprise me, actually.
So the thing is, Ortiz will be a Hall of Famer. I guarantee it.
He's considered the best DH of all time, which is crazy because he doesn't have an award named after him.
He's going to get in, but he's a steroid.
100% he will.
So that's the thing. It's no different than Bonds then. And Barry Bonds is the best baseball player ever.
Yeah, probably.
Statistic-wise.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny. And then what I think is really interesting, there's no way to prove this. It's just more of a fun topic. But what would you do with the players that used it, stopped, and were never caught cheating? Because I love Albert Pujols to death. There's a lot of rumors that he used it. That. Wouldn't be surprised because look at the dude.
Yeah.
But, Pujols is loved everywhere. He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
If you're not caught, you're not caught.
I don't.
I get it,
so
but it's like, what are you
interesting.
supposed to do? Like,
I know you can't do anything, but
yeah,
it's just like,
so I get it. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think, if you can catch them, they're locked up. But if you want to run the risk of trying to avoid it, then cool, I'll run the risk. But
yeah,
log them up.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's just, it's
if
so
you get caught,
interesting.
you should get hammered on. That should be the way
Yeah.
with everything in life. If you get caught, going into a store and stealing something, you should get in trouble.
Yeah.
It's the same type of thing. If you get caught cheating or using sticky stuff, 10 games for Edwin Diaz. Okay, oh no, 10 games.
Yeah, it's
he
nuts.
probably misses 3 closing opportunities. Oh no.
Yeah.
Suspend him for the year. You're gone for 162 games.
Yeah.
And you'll come back next midseason. That sucks for you because now you miss a year and you lose your entire contract. You lose, or not your contract, but your salary for the year. You are suspended.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. And then if you have like if you're like the Mariners, I would tell Mitch Garver to start cheating. Get rid of his contract. So what a strategy. Okay.
Oh gosh. But yeah, I guess that kind of rounds it up. It's just an interesting topic.
It is
I
an
don't
interesting
think we're
topic.
ever gonna find a solution.
No.
It's gonna be going.
You
on
either
forever.
you literally have to go one
But-
way or the other, and you'll never do that because if
Yeah.
like David Ortiz, Albert Pujols is proven to do it, you'll be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's so sad. They're our favorite players. But then it also does give you like the idea of like how good Ken Griffey, even with the injuries, how good Ken Griffey Jr. was. I mean, he literally will tell you to. I mean, again, he could have cheated, and we never know.
Yeah.
But he does tell you to his day. He's like, I wanted to play the game fair, clean, and as perfect as I could. And you're like, with all the injuries too and everything, if you never got injured, you'd be the best baseball player of all time.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the Kind of Athletic podcast. Please make sure to like and subscribe on all of our social medias, and we will see you next week.